Hey guys, and welcome back to Laura's Slimming Diary. I'm Laura and this is my slimming world journey. And just to pre-warn you, it's Halloween. Happy Halloween everyone. The door might knock, so I apologise if this video is a little bit jumpy because I'll have to keep pausing it to go into the door because Dana's decided to go have a bath while I'm trying to do this. So anyway, hope you're all well and having a good week. I want to say a massive thank you to all my new subscribers and welcome, and I hope you enjoy this video and my future videos, and a big thank you for subscribing, and a massive thank you to Kate, who said some amazing lovely things about me in her weigh-in video, and I was just like, yeah, so overwhelmed by it. It was amazing. So if you haven't already, go have a look at her, check her out and subscribe to her. My fingers are crossed for you, hoping you'll get Target for your birthday. That would be an awesome birthday present, wouldn't it, to get to Target? So my fingers crossed are for you and hopefully you'll get it. But if you won't get it this week, you'll definitely get it next week. So, but my fingers are crossed for you. So in this video this week, I am going to talk to you lovely people about my top 5 cupboard essentials. Things that I always have in stock, no matter what, they are always stocked in the cupboards. I think every slimming worlder has them. You know, they always have their top 5. It may be the same list as everyone else has, or it may be a few different things, but I think you always need your essential things. So I'll go through that and then I'll tell you what my weigh-in was this week. So anyway, yes, let's get straight into my top 5. My starting at the bottom of the list and number 5 is jelly. Yes, jelly. There's this one, the small pots. I don't normally have these ones. These are more for the kids, for when I'm having mine, because I have the 10 cal one, because this is 175 grams and this is 115 grams, and they're both the same sin value, half a sin each. Yes, so these are more for the kids. But yeah, so I always have, my favourite is raspberry. I always have a stock of these because it is a great treat. Half a sin for the whole pot, you cannot go wrong at that. So if I'm feeling, sometimes after I've done a workout or run, I feel like I need like a bit of energy boost, and it's like, I don't want to eat chocolate, don't want to eat sweets, and you think, you know what, actually this kind of gives me that little bit of a, feels like I'm being naughty but not. So my cupboard is always stocked with jelly. I always try and stock it when Tesco's have an offer. I think they normally do it like 5 for £3 or something bizarre like that. But yeah, so my number 5 is jelly. Always jelly in my cupboard. My number 4 is herbs and spices. Obviously everyone must have herbs and spices because things would get very boring and bland if we didn't. Obviously my favourite ones are the actual, like, not just garlic, salt or mix up, you know, the actual proper mixes. So for example, I've got out the cupboard the barbecue seasoning and the steak seasoning, which I used the other day when I cooked, what did I cook? It's from the new Slimming World cookbook, surf and turf stir fry. Amazing. So yeah, so these are definitely a couple of essential. Literally my whole cupboard is full of herbs and spices and loads of different mixes, especially like I do have omelettes a lot, and it's nice to add a bit of them sort of things to mix up a bit as well. Be warned though, I used to buy the Aldi ones, and because you thought they were all the same, well, I used to buy the Aldi versions of like these sort of ones. They're actually sinned, which I didn't know. I don't even know what made me want to check it. I think I just did out of curiosity. And yeah, I mean, I know it's not a lot. It's like half a sin for like a teaspoon or it's not a lot anyway, but still, the actual proper brand is free. Aldi ones for some reason are not, even though they're the same ingredients. I don't know, but that's my research. I've done that myself, but you can go read, if you sitting there panicking like, oh my god, I have the Aldi ones and I don't sin them. Go do your own research, go look at your sins. If you're not gaining and still you what's the difference? Anyway, so yes, it was just something I come across, and I don't even why I even worked out if I had sins or not. I can't even remember why that happened. But anyway, yeah, I just found out the Aldi ones do have sins. So just pre-warn you all now. Anyway, back to my top 5. My number 3 is beans. Obviously, my cupboard is full of beans. Beans go with anything. Beans are protein. Beans fill you up. So yeah, I will constantly have beans. I have, like, if you follow me on Instagram and see my meals, I have beans for lunch pretty much every day, along with like omelettes or side salad, or you know, full English breakfast. So yeah, beans are definitely the one that I buy every week. It's always in my cupboard. I always have beans in the cupboard. My number 2. Some people may technically not call it a cupboard essential, because technically I think they are meant to be kept in the fridge, but because I only have a small fridge and it's full with speed food, veg, fruit and meats and stuff, I don't have room for it. But don't worry, the box is empty before you think, oh, I'm chucking eggs around. It's eggs. Mine stay in the cupboard because that's the only place I got room for. So yeah, eggs, I always buy a big pack every week. That's how much I get through. A lot of eggs. But eggs are good for you. I have omelettes pretty much every day, or omelette wraps, full Englishes, you know, and use them within certain recipes as well and things. So yeah, full pack of eggs, 12 eggs every week. Good job they're cheap at Aldi. So yeah, so most people say that that's not a cupboard essential, but for me it is, because they live in my cupboard, therefore they're a cupboard essential. And last but not least, my number 1 cupboard essential, which I think with all Slimming Welders is on there, at least top 5, is fry lights. Of course, everything and anything is cooked in fry light. This is the sunflower one. I do have the coconut one. I only tried this only because it was an offer in Aldi, and to be honest with you, I couldn't really taste any difference, but that's just me. They also do, I think they do in Tesco's, I'm sure I've seen like an avocado one, garlic one, olive oil. They do loads of different ones, but yeah, so fry light is definitely number 1 cupboard essential. It's always in my cupboard. I always have at least 2 bottles just in case anything does happen, you know. So yeah, because you cook everything in it, and it's just amazing stuff, absolutely amazing. I don't know what I'd do without my fry light now. Before Slimming World, everything was cooked in fat and stuff, and now it's like, oh, I didn't need to do that at all. Fry light does the job. As any Slimming World and woulda, that made sense, didn't it? Any Slimming Worlder would know. Anyway, that's pretty much my 5 cupboard essentials. Very boring really, isn't it? So it's fry light, eggs, beans, herbs and spices and jelly. Very exciting list, isn't it? But yeah, I just thought I'd give you an insight of that really. It'd be interesting to know what your cupboard essentials are. Are yours is the same as mine, or are yours completely different? And do you keep your eggs in the cupboard? Or maybe I'm just weird. I don't have room in my fridge. Plus I wouldn't trust them in like, you know, like in the door. They have the egg holder in the door. I don't trust mine because my 2 boys swing on that door, and I don't trust them with the eggs. At least in the cupboard they can't get them. Anyway. So let's just get on to, I'm sure you're all dying to know my weigh in this week. As you recall, last week, the 23rd, yes, I'm just looking up because my charts are there. Last week I lost 3.5 pounds, which left me only half a pound away from my 9 stone award. If you follow me on Instagram, you would already know all this. For those who don't, all is revealed. So did I get my 9 stone award? Did I lose that half a pound? No. Sadly not. I maintained, which I was a bit gutted about because I wanted that award, but it was my own fault because I did have a bit of a binge on Halloween sweets, which, so once again, my own fault. Got no one to blame but myself. I knew I shouldn't have done it, but I did it anyway. I think it's a mixture of, I think I got a bit too cocky, thinking I didn't have that many. I've had worse and still lost. So, you know, it got into my head. And plus it was a fact of, like, I try and post everything on Instagram, but I didn't post any of the stuff I ate, which is bad because that's the whole point of me doing Instagram, is to show everyone what exactly I'm eating. But in my head, it was like, if I don't take a photo of it, if I don't write it down, if I don't tell anyone, it didn't happen, it didn't exist, which is wrong. But that's what my mindset used to be before I started Slimming World. If no one saw me eat it, can't get the words out. If no one saw me eat it, it didn't happen, didn't exist. And that's the size I was, because I was a secret eater, comfort eater. But you've done it I've literally done it my whole life. Like, literally, I can't remember a time where I haven't done it since, like, being at school and left school. So trying to get out that mindset is very hard. And it has took me a while, and obviously I'm not completely 100% there, because obviously I still did have a binge at the weekend, but I'm better than I was. You know, I must be to nearly noon to 9 stone. But it just proves, like, sometimes when people come up to me and say I'm such an inspiration and you've done so well, and it's just like, I'm just like anyone else. But you sort of like get put on this pedestal and you expect to be perfect and have losses every week. And then when you don't, it's just like, I'm just human. And I think it, in a way, makes people think, oh, well, you are like one of us. You still do have maintains or gains and whatever. It's like, yeah, I am still human. Even the best of us who have lost all the weight sometimes do have days where they do struggle. And I just had one of them at the weekend where kids annoyed me, everyone annoyed me. It was just, sweets were there. You'd have 1, 2, okay. You know, they were low sin, that'd be fine. But then when you're on your 5th one, 6th one, 7th one, yeah. But that's in the past now. We are over it. You know, it's a good job I maintained. I'm happy with a maintain. It was, at least it's better than a gain. So I'm still half a pound away from 9 stone. I am 14.5 pounds away from target. So yeah, we're still sort of on, you know, we are still on track. We're just having a very good week this week now, so get back in it. Like I said, I was having such a good week last week. It was just a weekend. It's just, you know, always falling at the final hurdle, as it were. But we will get there. We will get there. So anyway, and more exciting news in group. Obviously, you may be aware, if you remember my last video, we nominated for Miss Stinky, and I had an amazing text off my consultant on the Tuesday morning to say that I've been nominated. And guess what? Yes, I won. Yeah, so this sort of like picked me up, really did, because I was feeling quite down in group, because obviously I really wanted that award, and it wasn't, I was just pissed off with myself because I knew I sabotaged myself in a way, so I was feeling a bit down. But then obviously, yeah, winning Miss Slinky, yeah, was amazing, and that's put me in a very good place for this week now, because it's like I'm looking at this thinking, I'm going to do it, I'm going to get there. You know, people, I'm inspiring people, so I need to stop feeling sorry for myself, just get back on it, stop eating. Well, luckily all the sweets are nearly gone now, because we've had quite a few trick-or-treaters tonight. So yeah, so they're nearly all gone, so that's good. So that's very, very good. Anything else I need to update you on? No, I think that's it really. Not much has happened. Like I said, I've had pretty bog standard week food wise. Like I said, it was just the weekend. I had that bit of a binge, but we shouldn't have really much stuff to tempt me this week. Or if you follow me on Instagram, I found this new amazing thing. Oh, you know, quark, however you say it. I've discovered it basically. Yeah, I don't know. I think I was just hungry. I had a tub in my thing, so I was meant to put it in a mushroom risotto I made, but I forgot about it. And I'm like, oh, what will happen if I add some choc shot to it? It tastes amazing. And then I remember one of the guys from group posted a picture of like his snacks or something on our Facebook page, and he had the quark with flavourings, the raspberry and the vanilla, and apparently you can get them from Waitrose, or if you have a B&M, no not B&M, Home Bargains near you, apparently they do them in there as well. So I thought, oh, do you know what, bugger it, let's go to Waitrose and have a look. And oh my god, they're amazing. They are literally my new obsession. Literally my new obsession. But the funny thing about obsessions, I'm pre-warning you all about obsessions. Do not get obsessed with stuff. It's really hard for me. I always get obsessed with things, and I always have them like constantly over and over again, because it's like, especially if it's free or speed food, I just get obsessed with it. It's just the way I am, always do, always have, until the next new thing comes along and I'm obsessed with that. The problem with obsessions is when they stop making what you're obsessed with, then you have a problem. Obviously if you follow me on Instagram, you would see I eat a lot of butternut squash. I'm obsessed with that as well. And they used to do these like what look like crinkly chips from Tesco's. They've stopped doing them. They've replaced them with stars, which is, you know, still as good. But yeah, so I was not happy that I couldn't get, because I love having them instead of chips. You know, put them in the oven for a bit too long, they go a bit crispy, and they taste just like chips. So it's like, when Tesco stopped doing them, my heart broke, like literally. It's just crazy how obsessed I got with them. So now I have to venture all the way across town to Morrison's to go get them. I know. So that means now my new obsession is taking me to shop. I always shop, if you know me, I work at Tesco's, get a few bits from Tesco's like my Muller lights, but I always shop at Aldi. So now I've got to go Tesco's, Aldi, Morrison's, Waitrose. All the things we do for food, eh? Oh, it's bad, isn't it? But yeah, so I think that's pretty much all my updates for you. Been a pretty uneventful, boring week. Got an appointment with the nurse tomorrow to go over my new medication and whatnot. So yeah, that'll be interesting. See what else gonna, see what else gonna happen there. So yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully, I do good this week and get that 9. I'll be flashing that 9 stone award at you all next week. Fingers crossed. So yeah, if you haven't already, I've talked about it about 10,000 times. Follow me on Instagram. Link should be below. If you haven't already, subscribe. And thank you to all my new 200 subscribers. And I hope you've enjoyed this video as you've enjoyed my others. And if you haven't already, give it a thumbs up. Yes, we love the thumbs up. And tell all your friends and family about it. Share it, whatnot. If I'm any use to anyone. Hopefully I am. And I will catch you again next week. See, I'm getting regular with them now, ain't I? Told you I'll be here next week. I even pinky promised, didn't I? And I'm here. So yes, I will once again, pinky promise, I will update you next week. Take care, guys. Hope you have a good week. Stay on plan. Make good choices. And I'll speak to you next week. Bye.